And you were dead in your trespasses and sins, in which you previously walked according to the ways of this world, according to the ruler of the power of the air, the Spirit, now working in the disobedient. We too all previously lived among them in our fleshly desires, carrying out the inclinations of our flesh and thoughts, and we were by nature children under wrath, as the others were also.
In times in my life that I have been in the darkness, I think that a metaphor could kind of be like just wearing a lot of masks. I'm living one way in my own private life, and then in front of all my Christian friends and church community, I'm living a completely different way.
I didn't really think about faith when I was a freshman, or even the beginning of my sophomore year. So yeah, my mom would ask me if I wanted to go to church on weekends when I was there, and I didn't want to, or I just didn't have time to, or were the excuses I made.
Life felt very lonely before I met Jesus. I think the best way to describe it would be I felt like I was on a treadmill and I couldn't get off. I was just completely exhausted with things in my life and things going on in the world. And I was using worldly things and living a sinful life to cope with the things that I wasn't dealing with. It was full of anxiety, full of depression, not a good community.
A lot of that was characterized by this desire to want to fix myself before going to the Lord and surrendering, all that I am or all that I was to Him at that time. And it caused a lot of feelings of just sadness and loneliness and inadequacy, really. And so kind of up into my spring semester of sophomore year is kind of a lot of emotional roller coasters of feeling close to God for a couple of days because I hadn't screwed up in my eyes and thought that I was bringing a more acceptable service, I guess, to Him, and then I would inevitably fall.
The people who live in darkness have seen a great light. And for those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned. From then on, Jesus began to preach, "Repent, because the kingdom of heaven has come near."
I was outside the Union, and these two women came up to me and asked me if I wanted to talk about God. They pulled out a PDF with their phone, and I was like, this is very awkward. So I said yes, and it was really a nice conversation.
I met Walt Stoy at a tabling event, and he got my phone number and just kept texting me. I really felt God's calling to Cru through Cru pursuing me, and staff and student leaders like Walt and Jansen.
Haley and I were really different whenever we moved in, and we didn't expect the friendship that was going to come out of living together. Every morning I would see Haley doing her quiet time, and every night before bed she would be reading different books on how to better herself, and I knew I was missing something like that in my life. Haley was there to answer any question I had, and she really pointed me to Christ.
But God, who is rich in mercy, because of His great love that He had for us, made us alive with Christ, even though we were dead in trespasses. You are saved by grace.
Once you take that step of faith, the light that I was met with was full of grace and kindness, which is the opposite reaction that I expected. And that's ultimately why I became committed to going to Greek-wide, was because I was in this community of light, fellow believers who were dedicated to loving me well, which meant guiding me in a direction that was honoring to God.
After the conversation with Megan and Jennifer, it was very nice to, like I said, appreciate the small things. And so it's like, when I'm just talking to Rebecca or when I'm talking to a friend, I'm like, oh, they should come to Cru, or I'm so excited for Cru tonight, or to just talk to people about God and the Bible and things like that.
When I think of experiencing the light, I kind of think of that emotional roller coaster that I was experiencing in the darkness, and seeing a lot more of a level journey afterwards, where there may be a fall, there may be a hiccup. However, I'm dedicated to sharing that with the Lord and with others so that we can continue moving forward.
For you were once darkness, but now you are light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light, for the fruit of the light consists of all goodness, righteousness, and truth.
Your yeses have been so much easier, like her fruitful yeses to
yes, Lord, I'm going to go to Guatemala, and yes, Lord, I'm going to go to Greek Summit because I know that you're calling me to that. And they've been so easy for you, and that's been really awesome just to see how faithful you've been in response to the Lord's faithfulness.
Walking in the light is just really freeing, whereas when I was walking in the darkness and I was trying to live two different lives, I was wearing those masks. Now I don't have to worry about putting on a mask because I can be who I am, and who I am is a Christian.
Within the ministry of Greek Wide, I think about the community that I've had and the relationships that I've gotten to form. I just think of the faithfulness of God throughout all of those. And I think the biggest example is my roommate Cannon. I remember him telling me sophomore year that he was determined that he had to go to hell because of the life choices that he thought he would make the rest of his time here on earth. And now I just see the faithfulness of God in his story of redemption and changing his heart to really desire a relationship with the Lord. And that's something that my Greek Wide community has been praying with me for the past 2 years, and he's accepted Christ and is walking with him today too. I think I just look back at these last 3 years with Greek Wide and getting to see the Lord's faithfulness in this journey is what really, really does make me smile.
It's been really inspiring to see that as Shelby has said yes to different opportunities through Cru, that she's just experienced the love of Christ and community, and that she's wanted to extend that love to other students. I've seen that she has reached out to her friends and is trying to talk more about Cru and more about her faith, and that it's becoming a bigger part of her life. And she came to church with me one Sunday, and it was so special to hear her talk about it afterwards, about how that had been the first time that she had gone to church in so long and the impact it had had on her. And just seeing spiritual multiplication in action has been really inspiring for me, and that's motivated me to keep pouring into people even when it's hard, because I know that she is now reaching other students.